If you ever got the call up, would you take it?
For who?
For any like KSI?
For the big boys, 100%. Because I'm with Sky and Boxer, the zone, for example, is a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody will just be like, oh, fuck it, it's just Dan. Let him go fight anyway.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Last Ever Podcast. Here with myself, David.
Zav.
Lee. I didn't think we were saying our own names, man.
That's it. That's the one.
That's not the one.
That's the
not
one.
the fuck that being the one.
You know, with this like KSI boxing, like Dazane and all that.
Mm.
Do you think these contracts are like legit? Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, like as in like Jake Paul paying to win?
Yeah. Like, do you think they're?
Oh, what? So so for example, like they said when. Did he beat Tyron Woodley? And people were saying that's
twice.
Yeah,
didn't he? Twice.
Yeah, I think he said it was a fix.
Yeah.
You saw like a shake of the hand.
Yeah.
Go back. Nah, that won't have been rigged.
Do you think any of them were?
But so you think every fight he's won legit?
Yeah, I genuinely do. I genuinely do.
If you got the call,
like, you'll only understand if you like. Do you know what kind of? They wouldn't be like in the if it was gonna be like that. Trust me, they wouldn't say, look for the. And then I'm gonna hit you with a right hand. You just fly out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it wouldn't be
like
that obvious.
It wouldn't be
no,
that. That's what I'm saying. Like it would never be something like that. So I understand that people are looking for it because they don't want Jake Paul to be a good boxer and a successful.
Yeah,
like, they would rather him just like people love it in a giant killing.
Yeah.
But
So do you think he's actually a good boxer, or he's just fighting people that are past it?
yeah, I just don't.
Because
I don't
generally
think
they
he
are.
hasn't even fought a boxer yet.
Yeah.
No.
So like he's just beating guys in fights.
So-
He's obviously
so if
athletic. He obviously punches hard enough. People are sharing the ring with him, and yes, obviously because he's Jake Paul, people, even boxers are gonna come out and be like, "No, he's good."
So if he fights Tommy Fury,
Yeah,
who is a boxer,
yeah.
what do you think happens?
I personally, like, I hear what everyone's saying about they think Jake Paul would win because of momentum and blah blah blah. And there is a deluded side to Jake Paul that like helps you win fights, bro. Like that delusion. That you believe in, that you're like.
Essentially,
like
he has nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Like Tommy Fury has everything to lose.
No,
so
yeah.
obviously he's got the advantage.
Everything to lose.
No,
What-
I
what's
think
he
Jake
got to
Paul's
lose?
got more.
in
to
the
lose.
sense that he is an actual boxer.
It's 2 weeks of ridiculing on Twitter, man. There's nothing to write home about.
I mean,
like,
he
when
is
it's all
also
said
a
and
Fury,
done,
though, isn't it?
It don't matter.
You
What's
don't
he
think?
done?
He ain't done. No, he's not.
He hasn't done anything.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we're going off the fact that he is Tyson Fury's brother, and therefore, because Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world, he should be at a certain standard because of the Fury name. But really, I'm not saying it's a 50-50 fight. I'd probably go 55-45 Tommy Fury.
Yeah.
Based off know-how, but I haven't seen that much of Tommy Fury either. I'm just assuming if you've been around it, just because you've been around boxing for 20 years, doesn't make you good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's plenty of people. There's people who are just naturally athletic. People who can punch hard. Like, remember, it's a sport where you can only punch, essentially. So if you can punch harder than someone, you're at an advantage already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a huge
Obviously,
advantage.
like even on that boxing thing, innit?
What,
the punch
punching
back.
bag?
Yeah. I know. I mean, it's just it's a game, but like I can punch harder than much bigger guys than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like.
But also,
it's
that
technique,
punching bag is annoying because like it's about the purchase on the shot rather than it's like you hit it in the sweet spot and it's cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Some people find the sweet spot easier than others. Like you can't hook it, for example, really.
Yeah.
And you can't straight it. You kind of have to hook it or overhand it to get like that sweet spot on.
It's a speed thing, isn't it? Like how fast it goes past the tracker.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, there's a tracker behind the bag. It's how fast it goes past that. Yeah. Obviously, like if you punch hard enough,
you'll never be able to tell on those. Like there are aqua bags that have like chips put into them where you can start to feel velocity of shots and all of that. That will give you a better indication. But there are there's a few ways to measure punch power.
Yeah.
But like they're in like mad places, like in them universities that are like.
Yeah, I'm studying like science. Yeah. If you ever got the call up, would you take it?
For who?
For any like KSI.
For the big boys, 100%. Because I'm with Sky and Boxer, the zone, for example, is a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody will just be like, oh, fuck it, it's just Dan, let him go fight anyway. But like, if I'm the media representative for Boxer and our broadcaster Sky Sports, it doesn't make that much sense for me to then go and have a fight on the zone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But any of those boys, like I was calling out everyone from before, and then I realized probably wasn't gonna happen. Like, what's the point? That like if the bag's right, 100%.
Yeah.
100 billion %. 100%.
Well, I think KSI got like fucking like millions.
Why am I seeing KSI apparently about to fight Wayne Rooney? I see that in headlines.
Yeah, Wayne wants
the
to fight
fuck's
him,
that
innit?
about?
Yeah, Wayne wants to fight him, innit?
That would be ridiculous.
Wayne's a scouser though, innit? Like, he might
he's
have
getting
something
poached
about
up,
it.
man.
Wayne, no, Wayne can fight.
Yeah.
Wayne Rooney can fight. He was going to be a boxer. And
He's
like,
not beating
it was
KSI,
boxing
though.
or football.
What?
Yeah, he can
What?
box. Wayne Rooney can fight. He can box.
Yeah,
I'm,
so
not
I've
sure
only
he's
seen
got
that
now.
one video.
Celebration.
I'm saying that 16
I've only
years
seen that.
old, he was like, he will be in amateur boxing gyms. Like, he's done enough.
Didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
he's a
don't know
fighter.
at all. I mean, you kind of look at Rooney. It's like
There-
that bald
there-
head Rooney's going and
did someone-
flying
did
into
someone
hole
knock out-
tackles.
Was it Bardsley? Did Phil Bardsley do something or?
Who?
Someone knocked out someone recently. Not recently, a few years ago in a house.
Yeah, that was Wayne Rooney.
Was
You
that
got- yeah,
Rooney got?
yeah, knocked out.
Yeah,
By
when he
Bardsley,
did
yeah,
that,
yeah,
he did
yeah.
that celebration.
Well, Bardsley's a
Yeah.
centre back as well. I
Yeah.
think he's a tough boy.
Bald Wayne Rooney was a fucking different breed, man. Back in
Oh,
the day,
what a
he
character,
was
bro.
unbelievable.
A monster. A monster.
Need
Chelsea
someone
aren't
like
looking
that
good at the
again.
minute, man.
Ibrahimovic might do the boxing.
What?
Ibrahimovic,
Oh, but he's
yeah.
he's a martial
Yeah,
artist.
yeah.
But you
Yeah.
know, martial
Oh,
arts, it can't really help you in boxing, you know? Like, I see a lot of. Alright, put it this way, yeah? You don't see anybody come over from MMA or anything like that
Yeah.
and do it in boxing because the angles are like so much smaller. Like, the skill set is so different. Like, you could probably. But it's probably the same the other way. Like, you can't. If you're just doing stand up stuff, then a boxer would go to MMA and do well.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's that grappling, all the new skills that you have to learn. But the angles, like Conor McGregor was or is the best stand up boxer, right? In the UFC.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be able to live with most amateurs.
Yeah.
It's just not amateur
Yeah,
boxers
yeah.
that the top end of amateur boxing, they will touch him up because the angles are too small. Like it's hard. Like once you've got remember boxing is just one discipline. Like, if you
putting
know it inside
100%
out and you're
into
putting
that,
100% into it, there's no way a guy, no matter how athletic and how famous he is, can come over here and bad you up. in the ring.
Yeah.
Impossible.
We had an argument with a friend saying that he was saying that UFC is like more skillful
Technical,
than
wasn't it?
technical,
More technical
than
than
boxing.
boxing.
Maybe. Like I don't know. I don't even know the amount.
Yeah.
I know that there's Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
there's
There's
all
so
of
many different
those.
variations.
Yeah.
So.
But I know the standing and striking part is as basic as fuck compared to boxing. But the skill is in all the other
Head move,
maneuvers
yeah,
and
yeah.
being able to get out of positions. Like I don't know what I'm looking at. For example, when I look
Yeah.
at somebody get someone in a chokehold, I'm not even
Yeah.
sure how he got there. But somebody be like, he put it inside the lock, and he got it, and he got it. I'm just like, yeah, I'll stick to boxing.
Yeah, the commentary on that is like, oh yeah, he moves around the back. He's in
sick,
full
like,
guard. He's in this.
It's good because it's chess, innit? Like in your head, you know what you're going for, and you know the risks, and probably even know the percentages at that level, like
Yeah.
of what, like
Yeah.
if you could pull that off, or what the risk is of it going wrong, kind of thing.
Because
so,
there are MMA fighters that are like specifically stand-up fighters, or they'll be great strikers, but when their weekend is all
Nate
you
like
got
Yeah,
like a
ground.
Khabib, like you just have to be
Yeah.
okay at stand up, but you get someone to the ground.
Khabib's a dog, man.
But and then there's just being a dog.
Yeah. That Nate
He's a
Diaz.
Yeah.
Dog, bro.
He's,
But
but
he's just a G. Like I don't
Yeah.
even know if he's what level of skill he has.
he's got no brain
It's not
cells.
about skill.
His
Like, he does
IQ.
it
He
with
just
his
wants
ego.
to. He just wants to
Yeah.
scrap.
His thing is just like, no, I'm on you. Like
Yeah.
I don't care. Like I'm gonna break your heart by
Yeah.
you punching me. Like you,
His head.
He-
you see what I'm
like,
saying? Like
yeah,
you land
yeah.
on him and there's no response, and now your heart's breaking
He
when
had-
you landed the shot.
His head would be blooded off, and he'll still be doing that.
Yeah, he's just a gangster, full blown gangster. Like love it.
Nah, so there's some serious characters across the board in like boxing and UFC, but
Yeah, I
Oh.
don't know.
Oh.
Jake Paul, I rate it though. I rate what all of these lot are doing because they're actually. I'm not sure if they're bringing attention to the sport or if it's just attention to themselves using the sport. But it's big money, and there's got to be a way for it to continue. To be fair, it's not huge when it's not Jake Paul.
do you ever think?
KSI
Because you work for Boxer, innit? Do you ever think Boxer would like take up or entertain that kind of
it's a
world?
conversation I've been trying to have.
Because at the end of the day, generates money, innit?
Yeah, but do you know what it is? It's
Respect or like.
No, it's not
legacy.
necessarily that because it's like before it was all the everyone would talk about integrity and are you not necessarily bringing the sport into disrepute, but like are you making a mockery of the sport? And now we've realised it's kind of here to stay and that there's a lot of money in it. And when DAZN do it and KSI does it, they use proper promoters to do it. They use Nissi and Kali Sauerland. So is more connected to the real world now than people think. They're selling out O2s. They're using the same venues, the same security that we use is there. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But the problem will probably not be the attention. It will probably be the board that you get to be able to sanction it. So, for example, the British Board of Control, before you can fight as a professional, they want to make sure you have had, a extensive amateur career or you're sparred some top boys. They want references from coaches, all of that kind of stuff. All the stuff that a YouTuber with 100,000 followers is not going to have.
Yeah.
He would just have those 100,000 followers. But the British Board of Control, who we use for our fights, obviously, because it's Sky Sports, it's boxing, it's big business. I think they would have the problem with it because their job is to make sure everybody that gets in that ring knows what they're doing in that ring and they are safe in that ring, as safe as can be, etc., etc. So, for example, when KSI fights, it's not with British Board of Control because they wouldn't sanction that.
Yeah.
They wouldn't sanction
2 fights in one night.
2 fights in one
nice.
night. You might, but even then, when we do that on a tournament series thing, it is so strenuous. And after a fight, you have to go, and they're being gone over with a fine-tooth comb by the doctors to make sure they can go back out for their next fight, kind of thing.
How did that go? You done one recently in Ali Pali, innit?
That wasn't a tournament.
No.
Our last tournament was in Coventry, and they're good. They're good. They are like for a.
How much gaps do they get in between scrapping?
A minimum of 20 minutes. But it depends.
Between 12 rounds?
Would you want it? No. It's a 3-round fight.
Oh, okay.
3-round fight. But and then you go back to your dressing room. But some people are like, like an hour, or I wouldn't. I'd like 10 minutes. I don't want to go hot, cold. Lactic acid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to
sit down,
give everything, get tired, and have to wait back up, get on a bike, do the
you just want a couple of sweets and crack on.
I just want to stay warm. You know what I'm saying? I don't want an hour between fights. So like, it's a weird one, even how that the draw works out, because the first quarter final, if he wins that, has a pretty long wait until the first semi-final. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if you're fourth quarter final, yes, you have no real gap. You've got 20 minutes between that and but it's probably it could be an advantage for you. So like those kind of things, the board take quite seriously in terms of health and safety. Like the British Board of Control are the best in the world for like fighter safety and stuff like that. And because of that will probably be the problem with introducing YouTube boxing on a
bigger scale.
On a bigger scale,
Yeah.
It's
because it's a job.
I think it's kind of entertaining. I can't lie. Like I won't pay for it. Like,
I wanted to see Soldier Boy fight.
Listen, it's super simple. Like if Drake was to fight Chris Brown,
I want to see that.
That's pay-per-view. It will do the biggest numbers anyone's ever seen. So there's money in it, and where there's money, you can usually twist someone's arm and get a board to do it and do this and that. But like. Celebrity fights, like any celebrity golf wouldn't sell a thing. No one cares about it. But anybody can watch anyone fight. You could be in a barbershop, getting your hair cut, and the fight starts out there, the whole shop's like that. You could just watch fighting. It's just one of those things. So if you could team up celebrities and fighting, or numbers and like all of that, it's just a human thing. We just like watching fighting.
I'm pretty sure that's how World Star got famous, so big.
World Star.
That's street fights.
That's it. Fights.
World Star was a mess, bro.
It's just wanting to know who's gonna win. Like, wanting to know, like, what's the conclusion here? So, like, I think that we have to try and find a way for it to live with real boxing. Easier said than done, but I'm here to say it. But yeah, I think that would be good. Imagine like knowing that there's a world championship fight, top of the bill, but just before them is
great fight. That's
like KSI. And you know what I'm saying? Like everyone's gonna be locked in on Sky Sports. Like everyone will be locked in. Everyone.
Because you always like, I'd imagine like the dream for like any like boxing promoters to have the all-star lineup. Every fight is you tune into.
Yeah, but it's expensive.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like as in.
You gotta pay these.
So
people,
like big bills and big nights with a card where everyone's just like, wow, there's like 5 great fights on there.
Yeah.
Usually a promoter or the accountant's like this. Oh my gosh, where are we gonna get the money back from this? Because unless it's pay-per-view, some fights are expensive, and that's why you have pay-per-view, because the fight is too expensive to be put on via broadcast and via this, and the money, the rest of the money has to come from the fans. So yeah, it's like them nights. Like imagine having, you know, you got Fury Usyk, and then you have all the other dream fights on the same card.
Yes.
You'd have to charge £50 for it.
Yeah.
Because the fights would be too expensive, and then everyone starts thinking £50 and all of that. So it's a tough one. Like you have good fights, and you can get some good fights for cheap, but usually you have to, like, them big fights. There's a reason, like, people have like these huge, like the fight you see everyone talk about. It's on Sky, it's on BT, it's on everywhere. And then you look at the undercard and you're a little bit underwhelmed, but it's because the main fights cost too much.
Yeah,
it's cost too much.